They worshiping, don't even know they worshiping. If you got that Christmas tree in your house right now, you worshiping it. I hate to tell you, because ain't no Christmas trees in our celebration. None. They say, I ain't worshiping Satan. Yes, you are. If you got that tree in there, you worshiping. You gonna sing this song, you ain't gonna know what you're saying. Old Christmas tree. What you singing to a tree for? Worshiping. Go ahead.
And they worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Ain't nobody like him. Because everybody following right now. When I mean everybody, the world is following it. How? They got all these different types of celebrations that you can't find in the Bible. If I tell people about the Feast of Tabernacles, they're like, what? If I tell them about the Day of Atonement, what? What is that? You've been worshiping that beast so long that you can't even tell the truth from a lie. This is what's going down right now. And this is what he's telling us. You got to be careful when it's time to hit. And they're already hit. Go ahead.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Same thing again. 42 months. This how long he's going to be in power until Christ bring him down. That's the only person that can bring him down. 42 months, 3.5 years. We're going to see it all over the Bible. Make sure I'm going to nail this in your mind. So you'll know. When they say, oh, it's going to be 7 years of tribulation, you already know you're lying. Daniel chapter 11 again. Let's see again how long he's going to be in power. A lot of people might be cutting this lesson a little meaty right now. And there ain't a lot of milk in it. But take what you can and learn from it. Daniel chapter 11, verse 45. Let's see it again, how long they're going to be in power. This beast. Go ahead.
And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas in the glorious holy mountain.
Yes, sir.
Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him.
Then we'll go right into Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. We're still dealing with that time frame. I want to make sure you know. Go ahead, verse 1.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which stands for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble.
Well, hold on. What trouble are you talking about?
Great tribulation.
The great tribulation is going to be a time of trouble that most people ain't going to even see it coming. They're going to blindside. Go ahead.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time.
Same thing Matthew chapter 24 saying. Time of trouble, this great tribulation. You ain't seen nothing like this. The movies can't even picture this. Y'all talking about California on fire? You see all that fire in California? That's going to be like a cartoon compared to this. Go ahead.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
But you see how God do it. He tell you the time of trouble, he went straight to the resurrection. He said all of them were written in the book, because once that time of trouble is over, now it's time for the resurrection. But keep going.
And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, some to shame and everlasting contempt.
What is that? That's the resurrection. In the Old Testament, the resurrection ain't got to be in the New Testament. It's right here. It was written in the Old Testament first. It's those that are asleep in the dust, meaning that people are dead. They're just sleeping. People get all out of shape. I know you miss your loved one, but they're going to wake back up. God's going to wake everybody back up. Everybody. But it's going to be after that tribulation period. Like you said, after the time of trouble. Jump down to verse 5. Still dealing with this time frame. Go ahead.
Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river.
Go ahead.
And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of these wonders?
They ain't asking this angel. When he said the man of linen, he talked this angel. He asked how long it's going to be, because he given him all this prophecy in his head. He gave it to him one time so deep he fainted, threw up, because God entrusted him to write this for us. You're like, man, this is some serious stuff. But listen at the time frame. Go ahead.
And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times, and a half.
What is that? He said a time, which is 1 year, times, which is 2 years, and a half a time, which is a half a year. Same thing, 42 months.
That's right.
Same thing. This is how long it will be, 3.5 years. Go ahead.
And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished.
Every last one of them. All this stuff in the Bible got to be finished before Christ come back. Time, and half time. Those prophetic years that going to happen. Let's go to Daniel chapter 9, verse 1. Let's go ahead.
You're skipping Genesis.
Is that all right, Genesis on me? I mean right now.
Genesis 20.
No, we'll go to Daniel 9. That's some best prayer. Daniel 9 and verse 1. So we see in the time frame, but I know where these false prophets get this 7 years from. They misunderstand what Daniel was talking about in Daniel chapter 9, when he was talking about those prophetic years. Let's see what he's talking about here. It's a little meaty. When I mean meat, meaning that you got to chew on this a minute before you understand what's going on. It took me a while to even try to teach this. I still ain't got to the point of teaching the 70-week prophecy of Daniel. I understand it, but I'm not well enough to teach it yet. Just like a piano player, they play by the ear, but they can't teach nobody how to read music. You know what I'm saying? They can teach you a few notes. So let me chew on this some more. We're going to get to it. Still dealing with this time frame. But this is what he get it from. Daniel chapter 9, verse 1. Go ahead.
In the first year of Darius, the son of Ahasuerus, of the seed of the Medes, which was made king over the realms of the Chaldeans. In the first year of the reign, I, Daniel, understood by books the number of the years where the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah the prophet, that he would accomplish 70 years in the desolation of Jerusalem.
See, Daniel was reading about all this stuff must come to pass, and he saw a lot of it come to pass in 70 years, but the end wasn't there yet. You're like, man, I got to find out what's going on because my calculation is off. Well, go ahead.
And I set my face unto the Lord God to seek by prayer and supplications.
So he started praying to find out what is he talking about with these 70 years. Go ahead.
With fasting and sackcloth and ashes. And I prayed unto the Lord my God and made my confessions and said, O Lord, the great and dreadful God, keeping the covenant and mercy to them that love him and to them that keep his commandment.
You want to know what this stuff means. Like I want to know what it means a lot of times, a lot of stuff I read. He want to know what it means, so God going to give him the meaning through the hand of Gabriel. Jump down to verse 21. You can't read all of it. There's a lot of it. Jump down to verse 21. Go ahead.
Yea, while I was speaking in prayer, even the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly touch me about the time of the evening oblation.
So Gabriel flew to him swiftly to give him the understanding what he must write. Because if they ain't write the right thing, we wouldn't have the right information. Go ahead.
And he informed me and talked with me and said, O Daniel, I am not come forth to give thee skill and understanding.
That's the protocol. You get it from God, then from Jesus, then the angel, then he give it to the prophets. If you ain't learning nothing about Israel, you ain't learning nothing.
That's right.
He give it, that's the protocol. He gonna give it to the Israelites so so the Israelites should teach the nation. That's why we're in a mess now. Because the nations have taught us about all this paganism, all these lies. But this angel came to give him skill and understanding. Go ahead.
At the beginning of thy supplication the commandment came forth, and I am come to show thee, for thou art greatly beloved. Therefore understand the matter and consider the vision.
He said, understand this matter and consider the vision. Go ahead.
70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city, to finish the transgression, and to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness, and to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy.
See, that's a lot said in that one verse. One verse, to make the end of sin. That ain't happened yet. And he's saying about the 70 weeks. The 70 weeks are determined upon the people, upon the holy city. The finish the transgression, meaning the finish of sin. That ain't happened yet.
That's right.
And the reconciliation of iniquity, which is recovering you from sin. And how he did that was when Jesus was anointed and went to the cross for us. This is what he's telling us right here. All this happened, but we're not dealing with the 7 weeks of prophecy. I'm just trying to give you some key points about this 3.5 years of tribulation, verses 7. But listen to what he says right here, verse 25. Go ahead.
Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks, and therefore 62 weeks the street shall be built again, and the walls even in troublous time. So we got, he said, know therefore, understand, setting forth the commandment, restoring the building of the temple. He said, I want you to know this. He said it shall be 7 weeks. And we got to understand what is a prophetic week. It ain't a 7-day week, 7-day period. This week is talking about 7 years. So we're going to come back to that. Hold your spot today. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 29 and get some interpretation on the prophetic week. So you'll understand that this is not talking about a week. Because Daniel said all these things have been accomplished in 70 years. No, he said, excuse me, he said 70 years have passed, but these end time events haven't happened yet. The tribulation period haven't happened yet. So the angel giving him the understanding, he ain't talking about literal weeks, Daniel. He's talking about years. Genesis chapter 29 and verse 16. He's talking about our forefather Jacob when he was dealing with his father-in-law, Laban. But it gave us a clue about a week in this particular chapter. And we're going to find out how God sees 1 week in prophecy. Verse 16, go ahead. And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. This is time when Jacob took a wife. He wanted Rachel, but Laban slicked him and got the other daughter, which is Leah. Go ahead. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. Go ahead. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve these 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter. Well, she must have been really pretty, boy. She gonna serve in 7 years? It's a bad girl. Go ahead. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Yes, sir. Abide with me. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel,
Mm-hmm.
and they seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had to her.
Boy, he loved that woman. 7 years. Go ahead.
And Jacob said unto Laban, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her.
Now he did it for, he went 7 years, served for it, and they had a contract. But Laban slicked it. But go ahead, let's see how he slicked it.
And Laban gathered together all the men of the place,
Mhm.
and made a feast.
Mhm.
And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah his daughter and brought her to him, and he went in unto her.
He went under, they made a feast and got him drunk, and he didn't know who he was sleeping with. And he went into her. But listen what happened. Go ahead.
And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zipporah, his maid, for an handmaid.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah, and he said to Laban,
He woke up and said, hey man, you gave me the wrong woman. It was Leah instead of Rachel. Go ahead.
what is this that thou hast done unto me?
Uh-huh.
Did not I serve with thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me?
And listen what Laban said. Go ahead.
And Laban said, it must not be so done in our country to give the younger before the firstborn.
He should have told them that before they got married. Okay. But this is what I'm getting down to. I had to read that for some foundation about this week. How God look at a prophetic week. Go ahead.
Fulfill her week,
Fulfill her week.
and we will give thee this also for the service which thou shalt serve with me yet 7 other years.
So a week in prophecy means 7 years. So we're going back to Daniel.
1 year.
A week in prophecy is what? 7 years. 7 years.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Then go back to Daniel chapter 9 and verse 25. Let's read with some understanding. Then go back to Daniel chapter 9 verse 25. Just breaking this little prophecy down. Because this is where they get the 7-year tribulation period from. Because they don't understand what God considers a week in prophecy, which is 7 years. Verse 25, go ahead.
Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks. And therefore, and 62 weeks.
Now look, we got 7 weeks. That's what? 7. They got 3 score, with the score is 20. So you got 3 of those, that's 60. Plus a week, that's what? 2 weeks, excuse me, that's 62. Which equal up to 69 weeks. So when you're looking at this thing, they know you got to go 70 weeks. But these prophetic weeks is really 70 times 7, which is 490 years. I know it's a little meaty, but the thing is, I want people to understand that when the Messiah came, these people, the Gentiles, telling you, we got a whole nother year because Christ didn't quite preach his whole year. You see what I'm saying? I know y'all don't see it, but bear with me for a minute. Go ahead, brother.
Shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times.
Yes, sir. This is what's going to happen in the troublous time. But he telling you another thing he said, is the temple is going to be rebuilt. Now I got to go back and use some foundation on that one. He said, know therefore and understand the going forth of the commandment to restore the temple. Because if we don't have a temple, Christ can't make that statement he made in Matthew chapter 24. He told them that this temple where he right here will be torn down. It's got to be up until Christ comes. Let's go to Ezra. It'll make sense in a minute. Ezra chapter 7 and 1. Ezra. Because we got to have a temple. I just want y'all to be equipped, because when you be equipped, you might not understand at first, like I did, I ain't understand. I was like, man, what are they talking about? But all these events got to come to pass before Jesus comes. I'll turn to your table of content, Ezra, EZRA. Let's see what temple he's talking about, as it must be rebuilt. Because when Israel went in captivity the first time, they tore the temple down, and now he had to come back with Ezra and Nehemiah to rebuild the temple. And Artaxerxes, which is the king Artaxerxes, gave the commandment to build it. But we just backing this up with the word of God, so you understand that history lines up with the word of God. Ezra chapter 7, we'll read verse 1 here, and we're going to jump to 6. You see what the temple that they built. Go ahead.
Now after these things, in the reign of Artaxerxes, king of Persia, Ezra, the son of Zariah, the son of Ezra, the son of Hilkiah. So
we're looking at King Artaxerxes, and he's talking about when he gave the commandment that Israel should rebuild the temple. Jump down to verse 6. Just want to show y'all what he meant by he said the temple must be rebuilt. Go ahead.
This Ezra went up from Babylon, and he was a ready scribe in the law of Moses, which the Lord God of Israel had given. And the king granted him all his requests, according to the hand of the Lord his God upon him.
Yes, sir.
And there went up some of the children of Israel, and of the priests, and of the Levites, and the singers, and the porters, and the Nethinims, unto Jerusalem in the 7th year of Artaxerxes the king.
Jump down to verse 11. Because Artaxerxes gave Israel the permission to go and build.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Now this is the copy of the letter that the king of Artaxerxes gave unto Ezra, the priest, the scribe, even the scribe of the word of the commandments of the Lord, and of his statutes to Israel. Artaxerxes, king of kings, unto Ezra, the priest, the scribe of the law of the God of heaven, perfect peace, and at such a time.
This is what I want to get to. Go ahead.
I make a decree that all they of the people of Israel and of his priests and Levites in my reign, which all minded of their own free will to go up to Jerusalem to go with thee.
So you tell them that I'm making a decree to go up to Jerusalem to rebuild this temple. It got to be there. It was already prophesied. It got to be there because he said, unto the Messiah come. This is what Jesus was talking about in Matthew chapter 24. He said, this temple right here is going to be torn down. And we know when that temple was torn down. It was torn down in 70 AD. That's right. So I'm just letting you know what this prophecy in Daniel chapter 9 is talking about. This is the rebuilding of the temple, what Ezra did. Now jump down to verse 18. Because they came up, they brought all this money, gold, silver, and everything. And Artaxerxes gave them the permission to rebuild this temple. Verse 18, go ahead.
And whatsoever shall seem good to thee, and to thy brethren, to do with the rest of the silver and the gold, that do after the will of your God. The vessels also that are given thee for the service of the house of thy God, those deliver thou before the God of Jerusalem.
He said, those vessels that y'all bringing up, all the gold, everything you need for the service of the house of God. Go ahead.
And whatsoever more shall be needful for the house of thy